Hey guys, this is Becca from Exercises for Injuries. Today we're going to be doing a couple positions for yoga for healthy ankles. And so today I don't have much with me. I have my mat and I'm in bare feet, but if you need to wear shoes, please do. I have a towel or a blanket just kind of rolled up here just to give a little bit of a lift here as well. So if you can grab those things and we will get set and on our way. So first things first, we're just going to come into our mountain pose. So in mountain pose, we're lining our feet up underneath of our hips. So ladies, our hips not out here, but we're going to bring them in a little bit and draw a straight line down from our hip bones to our knees to our ankles. And that's about our hip distance apart. When we get that position, make sure your feet are at 12 o'clock. We might have a tendency to turn our feet out or put our feet in a little bit. See if you can turn them to 12 o'clock. Contract your legs, bringing the kneecaps up a little bit, and we're just gonna lengthen through the spine, roll the shoulders up, back, and press them down away from the ears. And just bring our palms face forward, 45 degrees from the body, hands face forward here. So this is a great mountain pose anatomical position. Make sure your pelvis is at neutral as well. So we're just going to take a look at our ankles here. Sometimes if our arches are falling in a little bit, the ankles can look like this. So see if you can actually contract the arches if that is the case, and see if you can bring your ankles up. And that is going to make your foot and your ankles work a little bit as well. Same as if you have the tendency to roll onto the edges of your feet. I know that sometimes if you have hypermobile joints, this is a stable way, can cause stability. So make sure that your feet are grounded and your ankles are lined up underneath of your knees, and trying not to turn in or out too much. Good. So take a moment there, just close your eyes, press down through your big toe, your baby toe, and your heel, and just see how this feels standing still for a moment. Now, if you have stability issues and need a support, grab hold of a wall or a chair to help you with that as well, so that you don't feel a little off balance. First exercise we're going to do is our toe lifts here. So with our blanket, we're just going to take our toes and put them up onto the blanket. So we're going to have our weight onto our heels a little bit here as well. So this is just stretching out the calves and the ankles. So same thing in our mountain pose. Feet are about hip distance apart here as well. I'm contracting my legs to pull everything up, and you're gonna definitely feel this in your ankles and the back of your heels. Make sure pelvis is at neutral, okay? And take a nice deep breath to get a little longer through the spine, rolling shoulders up, back, and down. We'll stay here for a couple more breaths. So you can stay here up to 8 to 10 breaths here as well. And it just creates a little bit more mobility in the ankles. So moving on, opposite to this, guys, I'm just going to move this back a little bit, but you don't have to. It's going to be the exact opposite. So I'm going to stack my heels up on top of my lift or my blanket. So I'm on my toes a little bit more here as well, and still trying to find that position in mountain pose. Okay, so grounding down through my toes here a little bit, but still contracting the legs, pulling the knees up, pelvis still at neutral, and getting a little longer through the spine. Once again, 8 to 10 breaths here, okay guys? So taking a moment just to stretch out the tops of the feet and the heels as well, but creating stability as well in the heels and ankles. Good. One more I'm going to show you, and it's an awesome stretch for your ankles and your feet. This time we're going to get down on the ground a little bit. So take your time. If you need a chair or a partner to help you get down there, go ahead. If you have knee issues in this one, you can take your blanket and put them underneath the knees, and that just creates a little space in the knees there as well. I'm going to tuck my toes under and just sit back onto my heels a little bit there, and it's a big stretch out for the arches of my feet, my ankles a little bit, and my toes. You can stay here for about 8 to 10 breaths as well. If it's too much, you can lean forward, okay? And that takes a little pressure off as well. Next one we're gonna do is stretch out the tops of our feet and our ankles. So tucking the toes under, I'm just gonna sit back onto my heels. You can have that blanket underneath the knees here as well if that felt good on your knees. And I'm just gonna start to lean back, okay? So right away, I'm feeling that stretch. And if you bring your knees up, you can feel that stretch in the tops of your feet and your ankles. It actually feels pretty good here as well. And sometimes it's fun to have a little balance here as well. So see if you can, challenge yourself here as well. So maybe 8 to 10 breaths. If it's feeling a little too intense, maybe start with 2 breaths, take yourself a break, and then move on and do it again a couple times. All right, so that is a little video, some little hip tricks for for healthy ankles. Once again, thank you. I'm Becca, and go check out exercisesforinjuries.com. Lots of helpful hints and tips there as well. Have a great day, guys.